Hey, there we go. I don't know if you heard any of that, but today, welcome to the superpilotish channel. My name is Graham Wilson, and today in my bat cave basement, I'm going to be changing the strings on my guitar here, just because it's like I couldn't think of a topic to talk about. I've been meaning to change these grubby strings for a while, so why not make a show out of it? I don't even know. I don't know if you can hear that, but oh well. Sometimes the sound gets kind of weird on here on the YouTubes. Okay, so let's get to it. So I got my old not too old, but I got my Epiphone SG here. I'm gonna change up my strings. I just turn off my amp over there. Okay, and we'll get right to it. I kind of sort of figured this out how to do it beforehand, like about 30 seconds before I got on here. And yeah, we'll just try getting. Let's change some strings. Maybe we'll move the chair out of the way. Maybe yes, maybe no. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so usually I use my workbench here as like I'll put my guitar up here and then get ready and put my case back over there. And then like it's a workbench, so it's meant to do work on. So let's do some work. Okay, I think this might work that you can see what I'm doing. All right, here we go. No, that's not too bad. All right. Well, I'm going to be experimenting today with a new technique. What do we got here? We got something we can clean up here. Okay. Now, years ago, when I first started playing guitar when I was 17 and wanted to be a rock star, but that didn't work out because I didn't practice or nothing. But my guitar teacher said, he said you should change one string at a time. I've seen other people on YouTube, they go, just take them all off. So I don't know. I think I'm going to do whatever I feel like here. So, all right. Now, some people, they just, you know what? I'll just do that. I'll just chop it right here. I'll start with the big one. Take that right off. Okay. And we got this guy here. I'm going to be using a technique that I saw on YouTube, and I've never actually tried it, but I'm going to live on the edge. So this is where every guitar player draws blood taking these things off, because you're going to poke yourself just like a fish hook. If you play around with it, you're gonna pop yourself with a little something there. Oh, hey, wrench. Okay, let's see what wrench is asking here. Well, I'll kind of be interrupted. That's fine. Okay, do you decide to change them based on wear, rust, when they break? I remember hearing Chris Squire changed often, likely weekly. Yeah, so it's the reason I change them is they start sounding a little bit dull because of just corrosion. You got oil on your fingers, and it kind of corrodes the strings. So where are my strings here? Oh, yeah. So I kind of just change them, like if they break, of course. I'm kind of glad you brought that up, Ranch. That I'm using these strings here. Okay, they are, I don't know, D'Addario NYXL, and these are 9 gauge. If you can see that where it says 942. So that means your smallest string is 9 thousandths of an inch. Your biggest string is 42 thousandths of an inch. So and the only reason I'm using these strings is because I used to always use the cheapest strings possible, and they would always break. Well, these guys here, they're a little bit more expensive string, but basically my neighbor Travis said, we were in the music store one day, and he's like, here, you need these. And he was right. So I mean, he's been in lots of bands and stuff like that, so he knows more about the stuff than I do, because I just kind of mess around in the basement. I kind of do that with my YouTube channel here too. Okay, now which one is which? We got those guys. I'm looking for the great big fat string. Okay, got those guys. Those are skinny. Okay, and here we go. The E string. I'm going to change that first and then kind of half-assed tune it up. And then I'll just it'll make it easier to tune the other ones. I'm thinking that's my guess. Okay, so we got to bring this guy all the way through. That little clean where that was. I don't know. Yeah, I've asked about like when you're changing your strings. I've asked, hey, is there any guitar polish or anything like that I should be using? And I don't know. You hear everything, you read everything on the YouTubes, on the internets. So I don't know. I'm not really using anything to keep it clean here right now. Okay, so here's my new technique that I'm going to live on the edge with. They say some guy on YouTube said, if you take your string, okay, you can see these little tuning pegs here. That's for each string. Whoop, here. And so yeah, that's your tuning peg or a machine head. And that's why I played that song on the intro here, because that's from the Deep Purple album Machine Head. There we go. Got some meaning. So I was seeing on the YouTubes that you go the distance from one tuning peg to the next. So I'm gonna be putting it on this one here, and you go like a little bit further up, and you cut it there. So it was I think it was like Taylor Guitars. I saw that. So I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I just cut an expensive string, or well, not really expensive, but okay. And then he said, okay, you try to put there's little holes in here. I don't know if you can see. Maybe once I get down to the end, you'll be able to see the holes a bit more. But I just put this in. When I was first learning how to play guitar, my guitar teacher said you kind of put them on a bit of a 45, and then you put it through and give it a little kink. Oh, there we go. And then I saw on the YouTube video, you just kind of stick it out a little bit here. Well, let's see how this works. We're going to go about 45. We're going to kink it up here. And okay, this is also, I remember from my guitar teacher years ago, you keep a little bit of tension on this on the string here with your fingers, so you don't let it get all loosey-goosey, and you wind it up. Now, some people, they like to go kind of over and under the string here. I've heard different things on that, and I'm not going to do that. Where's my string winder? Whoop. There we go. We're doing it live. Losing my string winder. There we go. This little guy here, that's a little string winder. I bought that with my my very first my first guitar. That my guitar teacher said, here, you're gonna need this. And so you this is a lot faster than, I'm gonna have that go underneath where I cut it. Come on, there we go. And we're just wind her up. And then yeah, so I got this thing here. It's so it's well over 35 years old, still working. But then, I mean, it's not like I'm a professional guitarist or anything like that. Okay, so I'm still keeping tension on it. It looks like I'm getting about 2, almost 3 wraps on that. Whoop. All right, and I'm going to tune that fat string kind of sort of in tune. And then the other ones I won't worry about too much. Okay, we want to go. That's pretty close. All right, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use my amp. Plug this baby in. And my amp down here, it's a yeah, my amp is a Orange Crush 20 RT, and it's got a built-in tuner on it. And I was used to think that, okay, that is E, but it's a little sharp. Actually, that kind of sounds like Kickstart My Heart from, who does that? Oh, well. What do we got here? It's a D, E, a little bit flat. And then I saw Ted Nugent when he was tuning up, changing a guitar string. He always said he liked to give it a good bend and then tighten it up again. Okay, I'm just looking over here. Yeah, because your guitar strings will stretch. Okay, that is... Okay, that's close. Close enough for rock and roll, eh? Stretch it a bit more. Okay, good enough. Okay, so that's good enough for me. And that's off. Unplug that. All right, so now I just have to do that for the rest of my strings here. Okay, we got another couple of comments here from Wrench. What do we got here? Ernie Ball, super slinky. I seldom play my guitar. Yeah, I've heard good things about the Ernie Ball slinky strings, and I've never tried them myself, but I usually, like I said, I usually get the cheapest strings and they're crap and they break. So, yeah, now and then you'll see someone that doesn't believe in cutting the excesses. So yeah, you'll see some guys, maybe they're in the studio or something like that, and they change their guitar strings. They're all poking off like that. That is insane, because you'll poke your eye out, man. Like you're definitely gonna draw blood with that. Okay, let's snip off the A string. Boom. See ya. Okay. I don't know. Like if you're cutting off strings, like I always used to keep my old strings just in case they broke. And then, oh, I broke my E string. Okay, no problem. I got a backup over here. It's not as clean. It's just, but then I don't know. These ones I've been really good at, and I don't know. I think I have a little bit more money now than when I was 17, delivering newspapers or working as a busboy somewhere. Okay, what do we got? We got the A. Where did I put that? There we go. I think that's the A string. Oh, don't tell me. Oh yeah. Okay, there's a little legend on the pack here. So this one's got a red. Whoop, see if you can see that. Okay, that one's got a red on the end. So we got here red right there. Whoop, right there. So red is the A string. That is the correct string. I will now put that on. Yeah, so this, that's good. And I'm going to use that other technique. We're going to line up our hole here. So it's kind of, I guess, sort of 45 degrees to the center line of the neck. Oh yeah. And then they say go here, go one further and just chop it there. So right about there at the end. I don't know. It seemed to work on the other one. Okay. Let me put this guy in here. And I'm noticing that doing that technique, you can only have you could probably stick it through and it comes out the other side, maybe, I don't know, a quarter of an inch, and you're probably good. Okay, we got to give that a little kink. So that ain't going nowhere. Keep some tension on it. And we'll get my little string winder. And then do it up. Make sure that my quarter inch sticking out on the end goes over top of the main part of the string. Fun stuff. You're looking at my nose and glasses. Okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, looks like Jay is here too. Hello, Jay. I think you might be a new one to the show. Welcome. All right, I'll check out Jay's question as soon as I'm done with this. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing and tuning up the guitar and making it all look all nice, but I did tune that first string just so it'd be easier to get the other ones close. A string, pretty much complete. Okay, what question do we have here from Jay? Okay, so let's put this up. Whoops. Okay, I have a question. Got a new Gibson Les Paul guitar a couple of months ago, and I don't know if it makes a difference, but it sounds slightly worse. Do you know if changing the strings will make a difference? Okay. Yeah, so you got a new Gibson Les Paul. Okay, so not exactly sure what you mean there, Jay, but okay, now if it's a brand new Les Paul, well, I mean, if it's a brand new Les Paul right out of the box, I mean, it's got new strings and everything. That's what it sounds like. But if it's a used Les Paul but new to you, yeah, I know strings might make a bit of a difference. But then, that's what it comes down to, kind of personal preference on guitars, what you like. Some people like the Les Paul sound. Some people like the Fender Stratocaster sound. Some people like a twangy Telecaster. Some people like, I don't know, semi-hollow body, BB King style Gibsons. There's all these different sounds on guitars you can get. So by saying that the guitar sounds worse, that's kind of subjective, and I'm not really too sure what you mean. But so here we go. Oh, and what do we got here? And also what changes when you change the strings. Okay, so if you change the strings, I kind of mentioned that at the beginning, but I'll mention it again, is that it just sounds like a cleaner sound. Like you'll always hear guitar players on YouTube and everything. They're talking about the tone. Ooh, guitar's got such great tone. What are they talking about? Tone. There's even knobs on your guitar that say tone. What do they mean? So, your tone will change depending on how old your strings are. Okay, now, and I always wondered what people are talking about tone. So, you know what? I will give you a quick tone. I'll give you a quick whiteboard tone example here. Okay, we're gonna take a break from this for a little whiteboard tone lesson. All right, then I get to sit down too. All right, so this is your tone. Okay, this does. So let's just say we got. Okay, if you've ever had science class and stuff like that, you'll have sound is actually kind of the sound is a wave. So depending on how many, like the way that your eardrum works, it's like the more times it moves your eardrum, the higher the pitch. So, it'd be like, it's like that. And it's like just kind of slow. So your tone. Okay, so let's draw it like a sine wave kind of thing. There we go. There you go. There's your kind of sine wave thing. So this is your amplitude from here to here, here to here. So that's how loud it is. Okay, that's your loudness. And then the difference between here, this is over time. A little physics lesson, I guess. So that's your time axis. So this is how many times that the air is compressed per second or something. So it might be compressed, like 1,000 times per second. And then that would be a certain amount of, what is it, hertz, millihertz, I guess. Yeah, something like that. And then, so the way that they talk about tone, so like, let's just say you have dirty strings, and it might be like that. But you put your clean strings in, it'll have a little bit of a zing to it. So that might change, that you'll still have the same loudness here, the same amplitude. You'll still have the same pitch, but the quality of it will sound different to your ear. So it might be like this. And that is the difference in the tone. There you go. So that's a difference in the tone that they're talking about. Or it could even be like little mini variations like this. There we go. There's your tone difference. That's probably, if you have a distortion pedal on there, that's kind of what it would sound, kind of fuzzy like that. So that's a difference in tone. Okay. I don't know. That's the best I can do for that. And when you change your strings from a physics standpoint, that's kind of the way it works. Okay. And they use a lot of like I don't know, kind of subjective language for that, where it sounds very clean or crisp or bright or stuff like that. And it makes it all part of the art, man. You got to respect the art, man. Okay, let's go for a D string. D string, what color is that? D string is black. Okay, we got the black one. That's good. I don't have to whip out my micrometer to figure out what string I'm using. Okay. Come on, come on. All right, we got the D string. I saw some more comments in there too. So what do we got here? Whoop. I got all these strings and stuff and my mouse and the stuff over here. Typical workbench, all jumbled up. Hey, afternoon, Brian. I've left the strings long on one of my guitars without snipping them and compared them to a couple of other acoustic. Not much of a change between leaving them long or short. At least I can hear them hear audibly. Yeah, no, like if they're all hanging out on the end, that doesn't do anything, except it increases your chance of poking your eye out. So that's why I don't do it. Keep it nice and trim. Yeah, and the thing is, like nowadays on YouTube, not like back in the old days. Okay, I got to snip this here. So we're going to go like that. Then you go a little further and give it a snip. Whoa. Okay, this is not in frame. Where's my cinematographer? Fire my cameraman. There we go. I wasn't even checking that. Okay, so we're going to put this little guy. I got it on my little 45. We're going to poke it through and give it a kink. Stick it out about a 1/4 inch on the other end. Okay. I don't know if you... Oh, that might be real easy to see there. Just going to give it a little kink. And we'll keep some tension on that. Where are we here? Boing. Yeah, there you go. Let's wind her up. Whoop. If you can see that, maybe. I don't know. We want that little 1/4 inch bit to go over top of the main string. There we go. Wrap it all up. I don't know if you can see that. Probably. All right, we're going to wrap and wrap. Okay, we're going over top. Looking good. Whoop. Make sure it goes underneath. Okay. All right, what other question do we have? All right. Got some other question here. Okay. Thank you. You are welcome. Jay, I don't know. I'm not very good at knowing stuff about guitars. I just don't know what the difference it makes when you switch the strings. What does it do? Yeah, just makes it sound a little better, a little cleaner. Yeah, just sounds better. There we go. All right, what else we got here? Messy workbench. Hey, no problem, Jay. Okay. What's this? Just Hurts, not radio. Oh, yeah, that's right. And Dustin popped in too. Hey, Dustin. What else? Yeah, they lose their chime over time as they oxidize and collect gunk. Yes, that is the scientific word for it, I believe. Gunk. I think it's oxidation gunk. Something like that. Okay, we got that. We're getting there. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Wrench has heard that people boil bass strings. I've heard this. I've only really heard that on YouTube. All right, let's loosen this up before I cut it. So it doesn't. I'm doing pretty well so far. I haven't drawn any blood. Boing, that could have been bad. Stand back. Yeah. So I don't know what the deal is with boiling strings. I've only. I don't know. It's not like I've been a professional guitar player or anything for a long time, or not at all, really. But it's like the ideal of boiling strings. It's just that's something I've only heard on the YouTubes. So I can't. I'm not an expert, and I don't know about that. I have read about it because I was a little bit curious. So the research I've done before on it is that, yeah, a lot of these things, it's like, it doesn't even matter. So I think the boiling strings, I think that's under the it doesn't matter thing, but or category. But okay, what's my next string? Yeah. So ranch, I don't know about that. Okay, there we go. And oh, Shecky's in here lurking. Feel free to lurk anytime you want, Shecky. Okay, what's my next string I need here? I need the jokey string that everyone jokes about, the G string. Well, there we go. It's even probably more, I guess, more embarrassing, not so much for dudes, but if there's a female guitar player, I don't know, changing her G string might be a little more funny. I don't know. It all depends on how you roll, I guess. So, okay, let's see. We're going to bring it out right here up to the tip of the guitar, and we're going to give her a snip right there. According to the YouTubes, that's where you do it. All right, then let's see if I can get that. I wonder if this will show it nicely too. So that's on my 45, about like that. Where's it right there? And it's sticking out about 1/4 inch. So we're going to give that a little kink so it doesn't slip. Keep some tension on it. And windaroo. Make sure that the main string goes underneath the little 1/4 inch a little bit. That might take a little technique. Oh, I almost drew blood on that one. I could feel it going into my thumb. Careful, careful. All right, that's looking pretty good. Whoop. Okay, we are getting there. We are almost, what would that be? 2/3 of the way done. 4/6 done. 6ths. You ever thought about that? 6ths. That's a lot of consonants together. But the English word with the most amount of consonants together is not 6ths, it's 12ths. So yeah, that's the word with the most consonants is 12ths. Yeah. I don't know how I knew that. I think that was in one of my linguistics classes in university or something. And apparently, apparently the Czech language has a lot of consonants together. So those guys with their last names with a bunch of C and a Z and or CZ, CZ, Z, ICK, whatever. Oh, come on, string. Okay, I'll get this one off here. These little guys, those are the ones that you got to watch out for where you poke yourself. There we go. Take this guy out. We are next up is the B string. B string is purple. All right, deep purple string. Here we go. Where's my deep purple machine head string? I got these little bits hanging around and stuff. All right, there's purple. Oh, here we go. I got a new little guy here. So we got purple, and the last little E string is silvers. We got purple and silver left. Just a little bit more to go here. All right, what do we got here besides Shecky lurking? No safety glasses. Well, I don't know. These are good enough. I would consider my regular glasses low impact safety glasses. What do we got here? The string that always goes out of tune before the other, almost without exception, being a locking nut. Yeah, I don't have any locking nuts on here. Oh, HR is check. Okay. And oh, what's this? So Dustin has robot tuners on his Les Paul. Everyone else seemed to hate them. Whoa, I've never heard about the robot tuners. I don't know. Does it automatically stay in tune or something? That would sound pretty cool. Yeah, there's all kinds of. I don't know. When it comes to guitars, there's no limit to how much you can spend on guitars. It's like, oh, I would like a solid platinum guitar. Okay, we can make that for you. How much is a few pounds of platinum? Oh, that's a bit of money. Wonder if you could have a solid gold guitar. That would weigh a ton. But okay, what am I doing here next? Purple. Purple. All right. I got two more strings to go. Let's do this here. Okay, that's all snug down there. Let's do our other little. So far, that little technique I heard on the YouTubes. Go up to the. I have to do this guy here, but I bring the string up to there. Maybe I'll give it a little more. Not much. Give it a snip. Okay, put it at about a 45. Whoop. There we go. Put it through, give it a kink. Oh, I almost poked myself on that one too. Oh, okay. I'm almost poking myself with this stupid thing. Come on. What? Oh, there we go. Got it through there. Oh, maybe I need, that's more of a 30 degree, not a 45. Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go. A little bit of tension. A little wrapperoo. Is it going over the top? Yes, I think it is. Oh, no, maybe not. My old eyes are getting hard to see up close. Even though I got new glasses too, but all right. Okay, here we go. We are rapping. Yo, we be rapping. Okay. So I don't know. Yeah, Dustin, I'm gonna have to Google the robot tuners. Our robot overlord tuners. Here we go. All right. Oh, that is not in the proper place down there. Hopefully she doesn't snap. I don't have. It was a little crook. I wasn't watching. It was crooked down on the other end. Okay, I saw another comment in there. Ah, there we go. Here we go. All right, this is cool. I've been putting this off forever. Now we got a show. All right, so I saw something here that Wrench was saying fiddle has tuners on both ends. Fine tuner on the Frog. I heard about the robot self-tuning Gibsons. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Never played a fiddle. Yeah, so Dustin was saying that this robot tuner thing stores 36 different tunings, and the tuning keys move themselves in seconds. Oh, that would be cool if you want to go for like open tuning or a drop D or something. That's kind of neat. And someone made a solid gold Telecaster, the Gold Caster in 2010, but thin about a ½ inch, $1,000,000. See, there you go. You could easily spend you spend $1,000,000 on a guitar. There you go. No thanks. No, the thing is, like with, I don't know, anything kind of guitar, or I've just found out over the years, it's like if you get the cheapest thing, the cheapest strings, the cheapest guitar, the cheapest whatever, the cheapest car, you will be disappointed with the cheapest thing. And usually, if you get the most expensive thing, it's usually pretty good. Oh, almost poked myself there too. But the expensive thing is expensive, so I always like something in the middle, whether it's tools or cars or guitars or strings or toothpaste, whatever you want. Yeah. So there's one guy. I know there's one guy. His grandmother. I was telling him my theory about that with tools and stuff like that, and his grandmother used to say, this guy that I met at the airport once, he said, "Oh yeah, my grandmother said, always buy the best that you can afford." So that's pretty good. And the best that you can afford is usually somewhere in the middle. So there we go. Let's try it. We're on our last one. We are on the E string. We're coming down to the wire. Yeah, I guess that's sort of a wire. It's more of a string than a wire. Okay. Okay, 45. Oh, too slippery. Okay. Last one. Whoop. Will it go underneath? All right, there we go. We're getting her. Is that going under? Go under. I'm messing it up. There we go. I'm kind of using my thumb to hold it down so it goes underneath. Oh, fuck. Yeah, there we go. Drawing blood. I was doing so good right down to the very end. So, yeah, well, what the heck? It's impossible to do this without drawing blood. Okay, stay away. It's that darn E string. A little tiny. It's the skinny guys that get you, man. All right. That little bum. Yeah, see. Check it out. Proof of blood. Where's it? Can you see my thumb there? Ew. Wait a minute. Ew, let's make a little blood. Just like when you give blood, they pick your thumb and they want to see, I don't know, tests or something. Ooh, look at that. Rated R. Son of a. Okay. I forget. All right, so I'm just gonna bend that over a little bit, maybe, so I don't poke myself with it ever again. Oh, I don't know if that's gonna work. Oh well, that's for another day. So there we go. What did they say when you for first aid with bleeding? What is it? Rest, elevate, and direct pressure. There we go. Son of a. All right, there we go. We got some new strings on there, and okay, that sounds terrible because it's out of tune, but I'm not going to bother tuning it up here. I will do that tomorrow when I rock out, because I usually kind of practice down here. And okay, I got to clean this up too, but there we go. Man, that smarts, just that little prick from that thing. Okay, what else we got here? What do we got here? The neck through BC Rich Warlock bass was about $1,000, so I bought the bolt-on for $500. It's still awesome. Yeah, that BC Rich Warlock is like a cooler, like that is like the, I don't know, the heavy metal guitar kind of thing. It's just like, yeah, that's very cool. And then okay, And then bolt-ons are awesome. Oh, I see what you're talking about there. Yeah, you can just bolt on a new neck. All right. Cool. Okay, so that is about how long? Well, that took me 40 minutes to do that. Jeez, I must have been blabbing too much or something. Man, that's stupid thing. Okay. Yeah, so that's about it. That's how you change the strings. How do you know you do it? You just tell me how to do it. So okay, so today's Friday, and yeah, we'll kind of wrap this up. Oh, what's this here? Little tip from Dustin too. You can still find those robo tuners on Reverb. Okay, good show. Yeah, thanks, Dustin. Yeah, so today is Friday, so I'll be back on Monday because I do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon Eastern. And yeah, maybe I should go out with a song. Here we go. I don't know. What song do I know? Who knows? Let's see. So I know I got one string in tune. Whoop. Okay, what do we got here? Hey, that sounds better already. There we go. And that's in tune. The other ones are okay. Excellent. So that's cool. And yeah, we'll just kind of shut her down. And have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you for watching.